The year was 1952. The world was locked in the icy grip of the Cold War. Tensions between the United States and the Soviet Union were reaching a fever pitch. Both superpowers possessed arsenals of atomic bombs, but the race for more powerful weapons had begun. On November 1st, 1952, the United States detonated a new weapon. It was the world's first hydrogen bomb, codenamed Ivy Mike. This event altered the course of history, a stark reminder of the immense destructive power humanity now possessed. The implications sent shockwaves around the globe. It marked a turning point in the Cold War, escalating the arms race. This is the story of Ivy Mike, the test that changed the world forever. At the heart of Ivy Mike's power was a revolutionary design. It was the brainchild of Edward Teller and Stanislaw Ulam. Their concept, the Teller-Ulam design, unlocked thermonuclear fusion in a weaponized form. Unlike atomic bombs, which relied on fission, the hydrogen bomb harnessed fusion. This process, powering the sun, fused light atomic nuclei to create heavier ones. The result was an explosive yield far greater than fission alone. The Teller-Ulam design was a closely guarded secret. It involved a complex arrangement of fission and fusion components. The result was a weapon of unimaginable power, a force of nature dwarfed only by the sun itself. The actual device detonated in the Ivy Mike test was a far cry from the sleek deliverable weapons we associate with nuclear arsenals today. It was a massive, complex piece of machinery, more akin to a small industrial plant than a bomb. Dubbed the sausage due to its cylindrical shape. The device measured over 20 feet in length and weighed over 82 tons. Its sheer size and complexity presented unprecedented engineering challenges. Transporting and assembling the device required a logistical marvel. At the heart of the sausage was the cryogenic system. It was crucial for maintaining the fusion fuel, liquid deuterium, at extremely low temperatures. This system, a marvel of engineering in its own right, added to the device's already massive size and complexity. Building Ivy Mike was a testament to the rapid advancements in physics and engineering during this period. It pushed the boundaries of what was considered possible, but it also highlighted the immense resources and industrial capacity required to develop such weapons. The test site chosen for Ivy Mike was Engulfs, a small island in the Eniwetok Atoll, part of the Marshall Islands in the Pacific Ocean. This remote location, far from populated areas, was deemed essential for conducting a test of such unprecedented magnitude. Engulfs before the test was a tropical paradise. Its pristine beaches, lush vegetation, and vibrant coral reefs were home to a diverse ecosystem and a small indigenous population. The island held cultural and spiritual significance for the Marshallese people. However, the island's beauty and ecological significance were disregarded in the face of Cold War imperatives. The indigenous population was relocated, their ancestral home designated as ground zero for the most powerful weapon ever detonated. The choice of Engulfs as the test site highlights the ethical dilemmas inherent in nuclear weapons development. It underscores the tension between scientific progress, national security interests, and the human and environmental costs often associated with such endeavors. Section 5, November 1st, 1952, the moment of truth. After months of preparation, the day of the test finally arrived. On November 1st, 1952, at 7:15 a.m. local time, the world held its breath as the countdown reached zero. The Ivy Mike device, housed in a specially constructed bunker on Engulfs, detonated with a force that surpassed all expectations. The initial fireball, a blinding flash of light visible for hundreds of miles, instantly vaporized the island of Engulfs. The heat from the explosion was so intense that it turned the surrounding coral reef into a molten slag. The shockwave, traveling faster than the speed of sound, radiated outwards, leveling everything in its path. The sound of the explosion, a deafening roar, was heard thousands of miles away. It was a sound that had never been heard before in human history, a sound that signaled the arrival of a new and terrifying era. Section 6. A fireball engulfs the horizon. The fireball from the Ivy Mike detonation expanded rapidly, reaching a diameter of over 3 miles in just a few seconds. It engulfed the remnants of Eleugelab Island and the surrounding waters, vaporizing everything in its path. The intense heat, reaching tens of millions of degrees Celsius, briefly surpassed the temperature of the sun's core. Witnesses described the fireball as a second sun, a blinding white sphere that rose rapidly into the sky. The intense light caused temporary blindness for observers stationed miles away. The heat from the fireball could be felt even at these distances, a testament to the immense energy released. The fireball's expansion created a massive shockwave that raced outward, flattening everything in its path. The shockwave, traveling faster than the speed of sound, was powerful enough to cause widespread damage to structures on nearby islands. Its effects were felt for hundreds of miles, a stark reminder of the destructive potential unleashed. Section 7, the mushroom cloud, a harbinger of destruction. As the fireball from the Ivy Mike detonation rose into the atmosphere, it pulled up a massive column of smoke, debris, and vaporized coral. This column, rapidly ascending into the stratosphere, formed the iconic mushroom cloud, an ominous symbol of the nuclear age. The mushroom cloud from Ivy Mike reached an altitude of over 25 miles, towering over the Pacific Ocean. It was visible for hundreds of miles, a stark and terrifying reminder of the destructive power unleashed. The cloud, composed of radioactive particles and debris, spread out as it rose, forming the characteristic mushroom shape. The mushroom cloud was not merely a visual spectacle, it was a harbinger of destruction. The radioactive particles it carried, products of the nuclear reactions, would soon fall back to Earth as fallout, contaminating the environment and posing long-term health risks. Section 8. Legacy of ashes, fallout and contamination. In the aftermath of the Ivy Mike test, the most immediate and concerning consequence was the radioactive fallout. The explosion had created a vast quantity of radioactive isotopes, including fission products and neutron-activated elements. These radioactive particles, carried aloft by the mushroom cloud, were dispersed by wind patterns, eventually settling on land and water. The fallout from Ivy Mike contaminated a vast area of the Pacific Ocean, including nearby islands and atolls. The Marshallese people, already displaced from their homes, faced the additional threat of radiation exposure. The long-term health effects of this exposure, including increased cancer risks and genetic mutations, continue to be felt by the Marshallese community today. The Ivy Mike test highlighted the global nature of nuclear fallout. Radioactive particles carried by atmospheric currents could travel vast distances, potentially impacting populations far from the test site. This realization raised serious concerns about the environmental and health consequences of nuclear testing, contributing to the growing movement for a ban on such tests. Section 9. Forging new elements in the nuclear fire. Beyond its destructive power, the Ivy Mike test also yielded unexpected scientific discoveries. The extreme temperatures and pressures generated during the thermonuclear reaction created conditions unlike any found naturally on Earth. These conditions, mimicking those in stars, allowed scientists to observe the formation of new elements never before seen in nature. Analysis of the debris from the Ivy Mike test revealed the presence of two new elements, Einsteinium, atomic number 99, and fermium, atomic number 100. These discoveries expanded the periodic table and provided valuable insights into the processes occurring within stars. The discovery of Einsteinium and fermium highlighted the unexpected benefits of nuclear research, even within the context of weapons development. It underscored the interconnectedness of scientific disciplines and the potential for new knowledge to emerge from even the most destructive events. Section 10. The Cold War's escalation, a world on edge. The successful detonation of Ivy Mike sent shockwaves through the international community. It marked a turning point in the Cold War, escalating the arms race to unprecedented levels. The Soviet Union, previously lagging behind in nuclear weapons technology, now faced the daunting task of catching up to the United States' thermonuclear capabilities. The Ivy Mike test intensified the climate of fear and paranoia that defined the Cold War. The specter of nuclear annihilation loomed large, shaping global politics and influencing international relations for decades to come. The test also fueled the debate over the morality and necessity of nuclear weapons, sparking protests and peace movements around the world. The Ivy Mike test, while a remarkable feat of engineering and scientific ingenuity, serves as a stark reminder of the destructive power humanity now possesses. It underscores the importance of international cooperation, diplomacy, and arms control in preventing a future where such weapons are ever used again.